So anyway, they have an alien concert. Conference. Oh, I had to get some gummers. But first, we are going to make. So, I'm going to go on my other. I need to have my ego. I integrated my ego, and my ego loves to show off and go on YouTube, even if I'm not making money. So to stroke my ego and make it feel happy, I go on here. Even if it's a half an hour, 20 minutes, it makes my ego feel good and I can do shit. Without it, I, some reason, can't move forward. My ego won't let me. It will cause problems. So you say I'm not at the alien conference. The reason why I am not at the alien conference right now is simply because it's the first time they're having it. And I know there's going to be some problems. I just feel it, you know, because I know one person who's going to go there and she's nuttier than a Christmas fruitcake. So I'm sticking away because word has it she's looking for me there. Oh. So I'm not going because of one simple reason. And I'm going to be very honest with it. I rather not. As much as I would love to go there just to see what they have, I don't think it would be worth it. Maybe at the tail end. Maybe, when they finish everything up and stuff. So that's where I'm at in that. I thought about, the whole thing and stuff. And I think to myself, if you ever have anyone tell you that they are an alien, fucking run. They are nuttier than a Christmas fruitcake, and I still hold on to that, and I really do believe it. The last person that told me they were an alien, they said they were a witch too, and I sat there and looked at my coworker, and I, at the Sarah next to me, and I'm like, oh, Jeff, cuckoo. I gave her that look. I didn't say nothing. I just said, oh boy, she cuckoo. Someone tells you they are an alien, run. Because they are crazy as oh shit. Now, if they're an intergalactic being that is watching our world, my grandmother used to tell me that the first inhabitants, and this is story time, was people who were here before us. They weren't snake people, they were lizard people. She looked more like a lizard person, trust me on this one. More like a lizard person than anything. Not a snake, but a lizard. And the reason why they are put in the caverns and whatever in Earth is my grandma said they didn't play well with anybody. They were not very nice, So they got put in the caverns in the Earth. That's what they probably found out, the Euphrates River. And you hear all kinds of fake stuff. All the Euphrates River shit is fake. Trust me on that one. It's fake. They didn't find angels. Oh, no. That's why they're not showing pictures. Oh, I bet you they found my ex-co-workers' family members. Good Lord. Yeah, I thought she was the first month a big BS artist. I just thought, damn, people can't read through the fact that she can't make it. If you have a coworker that works 3 days a week and they're supposed to work 5, they have something going on at home that they can't deal with there, and they cause problems for other people. That's bad. But I worked with her, and she told a coworker and me that she was an alien witch. So we got put alien, and I will not deal with any more alien cryptoids again. Because goddamn, she was crazy as fuck. She really was. She was just nutty. So, and I will take a break from it and my pocketbook. I'd rather pay a bill than go and hang out with a bunch of I'm an alien witch. I'm thinking, God dang, they should have that for Harry Potter. Harry Potter can now, they should make another Harry Potter movie. Harry Potter slash alien. That was going in my mind too. And I'm going, no, I don't think I should say that. But, you know, it was a. So I hope everyone has a great weekend and they do go to that and I can hear some stories, you know. But anytime, usually when you're dealing with something run new and you really aren't sure how it's going to work out, let me tell you this. For me, I usually do this. I sit from the sidelines the first time, and this is kind of, you know, that stance where I'm like, I feel I really would like to go, but I know that certain people might be there and are already there. Yeah. And I rather not go somewhere where I'm truly not welcomed, you know? It's like going to a chat room where people are spreading rumors that are untrue. It's the same thing. But yeah. Uh my dad told me years ago when I was 12, hey, you know, remember my friend that used to work over in LA, you know, and well, he worked in a hospital for mentally ill people. They had people believe they were God. They had people believe they were Jesus. They had people believing they were the devil, aliens. Let's see, what else did they believe in? And we went on a long talk. He says the alien ones do not play well with other patients for some reason. I have no idea. He says, but what's funny is they also have a bunch of people that are intergalactic and they're pretty cool. You know, I mean, they know that they're not mentally well. They just rather be in there. And he says, if anyone ever tells you they're an alien, consider them, you know. And he says this. My dad was not a big swearer. I was the mouthy one with the big words, you know, using the F words and all that. So he told me they were effing crazy. Don't bring them in your inner circle because you will never get them out. He said that this is the difference. This is the difference between a regular person who doesn't steal or anything. This person I was dealing with was a sociopath slash psychopath. That means she would at first steal from you, help you look for your stolen money, and then later on try to, you know, maybe off you or something like that and take what she could. Seriously, that's how I felt about this person. She just, after that, and it's just when she lunged at me, that was it. I was done with aliens. I really was. So, with this conference, I will not be going because at this moment, you know, even though I talked to therapy and I dealt with that, it's just, yeah, let other people deal with the aliens. I'd rather deal with intergalactic people. Maybe they got a little bit higher IQ. I don't know. They just play better with people. That aliens, no, they don't play well. They're like bad farts, you know, they just linger and stink up the place, you know? So, anyway, I walked over to my coyote corner, listened to my music, and I took a picture of the house. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video to the Zach Bagans Society. I would like to have a house checked out and to see. It is now belonging to, it has 10 acres behind it. And I believe in my feeling that that is what we would call poison land or sour land. So much bad crap has happened on that land that's behind my house. I believe that the family moved in there. You had a mom and dad comparably around my age, and then you had the children, the son and daughter and another daughter there. Because that's what I meditated and seen was a family of five. Two girls, one boy, and a father who was seeing things going on, and he confronted what was going on from what my feeling was. I don't know if that's the truth. I and I think that it attacked him in some sort of manner dealing with the heart. But I could be wrong. I could be just So I'm going to make a video and say, I don't know what's going on with this house, but I think it's done some bad things. This is my feeling. I don't know if it's true, and I'll put it out there because yeah, they need to check that place out. They do not need to sell that ever again. That I really feel that house is evil. Hi, how are you? Please come over here. Tell me where you're from. Are you having a good day? Have you been over to the Pahrump Alien Convention? So anyway, what ended up transpiring, she didn't stay. I ended up staying, and I had a lot of soul healing because a lot of people were being told by this person I was a very bad person and I was the reason why she's no longer there. And I'm like, well, in a sense, that's true, but she pretended to be Keanu Reeves. And I pretended to believe her for 5 seconds, literally. Because when someone pretends to be a famous person, they usually ask you for money. No money was being asked, but information was being asked. I'm like, oh, but when she said to her friend, to her boyfriend, that she just confided and said, you know, I'm pretending to be Keanu Reeves. I had so much fun because I told Keanu Reeves whenever I tell the room I worked in, hey, you want to see magic? I'll show you magic. You want a day off from that person? They go, yeah. Well, guess what? I would text that person who was pretending to be Keanu Reeves. I'm having a day off Monday. It's paid off. Woo! We get a day off. And because she would think that she can get another one because she partied really hard on Monday, so she couldn't come in on Tuesday. So, yeah, I get a buy one, get one free. Oh, and it was good. Yeah, if you're going to pretend to be a famous person, at least check what the other person is saying. Because guaranteed, if it's me, I'm going to play it until I get tired. And once I got tired, it was nearing the 9-month age, and I was getting done with her. I mean, really, come on, there's only so much I could get her pissed at because it was more fun seeing her upset than not knowing. And then it just, after she got let go, I was like, eh. And that was it. As for me, I'm going to tell you, Keanu Reeves is not going to ask you out for a date at all. And if he never talks to you in video, it truly is fake. So you can have a lot of fun if they're not asking for money. It might be someone you're working with. It's just the whole point, It's happened before with me. Except I had a guy actually say, look, I work with you. I got a crush on you. I just want to let you know. A lot of people think you're amazing. And I go, wow, that's pretty cool. But boy, this time I was like, Lord, couldn't you been an asshole? Pick out Robert De Niro. He's a big, He's a pain in the ass from what I heard. So, yeah, you could pretend to be Robert De Niro. He's around my age, too. He's a little bit older, but that would have been more believable because Keanu Reeves is in a relationship, you know? I mean, it just floored me why somebody would do that. That's almost like dirtying somebody's name, you know? It's like, God, I just met Keanu Reeves. I think I'll go pretend to be him and make his name look like crap. But I didn't say nothing to the outside world because I knew once we moved to the early 20th century chat room that is not secure, I'm like, oh yeah, this person is faking it. I did a background on the thing that they were using wasn't original either. They were only on one platform, and that was YouTube, and he only did the shorts. Yeah. I'm not stupid. I knew. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, today's the alien convention. I'm glad you came. Today's the alien convention. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think this year I'll set it out for one reason. You see, I had an ex-employee that I worked with. You see, most people who tell anybody that they're an alien slash witch are just an alien. They're a little crazy. Or a whole lot. They don't play well with people. I worked with more than one person that said that they were an alien, and their family said they were crazy. Dagger spells Z. Ooh boy. Hi. Hi, Daggers. Hi, Carrie. Yeah. Well, I worked with someone who said that they were an alien witch. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. She lunged at me with her cutter. They just changed all the blades that day. Lucky me. Oh, yeah, working with Crazy Pants. I went and said, hi, welcome. Let's get work. She said nothing, and I was cool with that. As we get working, we're building a pyramid. She tells me we're doing 8. I go, no, we're doing 10. Now on, I'm a little more workable. You want to work 8? I don't give a flip. We could do 8. We could do 5. But we could do whatever. When I told her no, she lunged at me with the retractable, and it wasn't retracted. I back up, put my hands up. I'm like, hey, you can do whatever you want. And then they removed us. Yep. That's working with an alien witch. Never had a problem since, but wow. That was wow. That's why I'm not going to this alien concert or convention. I would love to. And I do pray for her and stuff. And I look at her as now kind of comical. I really do. Because she really needed a lot of love, and she probably received love, just didn't know how to reciprocate in the correct manner. I never knew because she never seen it. So I got to give her, you know, a hug from very, very, very far away, because that's what you got to do. You got to look at their point of view. In their point of view, she felt she was in the right. So, it's not that she was right. It's just that's how she probably felt. Just because, see, some people, just, it's like they say, they know not. It's like a parable. And they're crazy. They know not. They're crazy pants. So you got to give those people a lot of prayer. Hope they integrate themselves or just learn. because sometimes they're just a lesson learned. So, uh, usually what they do, I'll already tell you, you can even look it up because you know how you can look it up. They had the conference over at, not Gold Town, the one with the bowling alley. Look in their website. You can find out what they're talking about. I can guarantee what I know how they think. All right. This is what they're talking about. Let's see. I can guarantee I know what they're talking about. A high ranking officer that will be one of the things they will be probably talking about. This is not what they're talking about here. I'm just putting a probability. All right, another one. What are they famous for, talking about? Because I love it. Oh, portals. Alien portals being used. All right. Now you go look that up. I bet you that's what they're talking about. Let's see what else. I give you an idea. I used to go to them a lot. And I think that's when, I'll be honest with you, that's when I was with somebody else. No, I haven't watched the Pahrump alien guy. I'm good. Like I said, after meeting this one person and what they did changed me forever. In the whole laughter of alien and stuff, I'm like, done. It changed me. Yeah. I think I became more of an asshole, but in a different way. It's amazing how, you change from just one particular thing. But that's usually, or they'll be talking about Area 51. Oh, you got to know it's got to be Area 51. They'll be talking about Area 51. Oh, well, good luck for him. It's a first year, so I'm sure they got a lot of people because it was empty over at on my corner store. I went there, there was hardly anybody there. I was like, wow, this is pretty weird. I bought this Starbucks Nitro cold brew. Have you ever heard of that? Uh, well, I hope the best to him because I know some people who will be going there. And Good luck to him. What? I want to see this. It's supposed to be nitro. Oh, it's not too sweet. I like that. I hate too sweet. It just puckers me up. Ooh, but I do like my sweets. I'm sure they're going to have a good time, but yeah. After working with an alien, I was done. She wasn't an alien. Just to be on the forthright. She really wasn't. Happy cola. So, yeah. It's a learning lesson, man. There are people out there teaching me. I bet you next year, if they have the same thing. Oh, they also have pumpkin days. That's another one. Got my 8 ball. Found that. Well, I am got to get cleaning because they're taking out the floor in here. I don't have to steam clean it or nothing. I'm excited because they've been cleaning up outside too. It doesn't look like Sanford and Son. It really, I think some neighbors voiced their opinion. I'm so grateful. Whoever said, hey, it's cool. So here's to life, love, and liberty. I'm drinking some Starbucks in a McDonald's cup. Oh wow. I love fudge. But who doesn't? Unless you're allergic to chocolate, you don't like fudge, or some people, there are the few that do not like it. It just is what it is. You want me to tell you something weird that happened to me? This is I now get my teeth cleaned somewhere else because of this. Uh, I used to get my teeth cleaned in a um, in a place here that was in Pahrump because they took my insurance. My teeth cleaning were free, and then some other stuff. I didn't have to pay much out of pocket. And when I went for a real, they said deep clean. They didn't tell me how painful it'd be. Yeah, it's not supposed to be painful. I've talked to several other doctors, and that's the reason why I changed dentists, because it wasn't a deep clean. It caused me to have it caused me other problems. So I've just started to correct it. So anyway, what happened was the woman who was cleaning my teeth had stated, because when they clean teeth, sometimes there's bone that come out and stuff. So she had her boyfriend check out the density of my bone so she could tell me they do this for some patients or whatever to find out, if you're going to have bad osteoporosis, that type of thing. And she went and they looked at my bone density through my teeth, and it was stronger than any other that they have ever seen. And it had fibers within my bones, and it looked really weird. And she said, you're so close to Area 51. And I go, yeah, and I'm from Michigan. So there you go. And she goes, well, and then she goes and tells me she thinks that I'm a hybrid. And I'm like sitting there going, oh, fuck, she's crazy as a wombat. By the way, she was a person who got in trouble for also um, mistreating her aunt, which would be her mother's sister. And her aunt was found with feces and just in a deplorable state. And this person was sitting there telling me about being a hybrid. I go, nah, I think you're just crazy. So you got to be careful about the believers too. I don't know how true what she said. And I think she was a little bit, that's what they thought. I thought you crazy. You crazy. I go, oh boy, you crazy. So yeah, what happened was she ended up getting in trouble. And then I thought, God dang. I thought to myself, oh, that's when I looked for a different dentist. I really did. I thought, okay. Yeah. And I wasn't the only one that I thought she was rough with. She was rough with other people. And that was one of the complaints. So I'm sure she didn't stay there because I didn't stay there to find out who else I was going to get as a treat. Yeah, I was pretty well done. I had a long day, and then I had a, how can I say, I had to work in the morning, so it was my actual afternoon, and I was really just tired, and I didn't want to hear her complain about her life. I wasn't her freaking therapist. I was getting my teeth cleaned, and I had to hear her life story. That's when you can't move, and then she's with a thing that's, and you're like, oh. So the next day, because it took 2 weeks to get this done. You had to go twice a week. My teeth were just in pain. I mean, real pain. In fact, so much so it took longer because I had to heal. So making fudge tonight. For who? For you? For me? Are you making it for me? Going to send it to me? Give me love. Yeah, I think it's funny though. That's And that was the last time I got my teeth done in my little city. After that crazy pants, I thought, oh hell, I would have if I would have known, I would I wouldn't have done it. I'm only all you have to do to say to me to sell me something. Oh, it's healthy for you. Yep, I heard the word healthy. Woo, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, do it, do it. Woo, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do. See, I don't just dance on TikTok. Ah, God, I got to stand up. Do it, do it. This is my own song. No, I'm not copywriting nobody. This is Omega's song. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Woo! There. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh man, that's so cool. Coworker's birthday. Woo woo. 21 again. 21 again. Making chocolate cheese flavor with black licorice fudge. Oh hell. God damn. Are you sure they're not pregnant? No, I'm joking. With black licorice fudge. Wow. That would taste so good. I like black licorice, but for a while I didn't. The person I dated liked it. And you get the taste for it after a while, you know. It is what it is, but yeah, it's awesome. You are a good cooker. I used to get, that's where my great grandmother loved her black licorice. She never let anyone have any. You see, she was hiding them from me, along with her crusty, crumbly, crappy cookies, was black licorice. And I used to just take them and not eat them and give them to my grandfather. He would ask where I got them. I go, your mom, my grandma. I didn't say your mom, but I said my grandma. Grandma, oh. When she started asking who was eating up her black licorice, and my grandfather was saying, I am, he wasn't lying. Yeah, I thought that was funny. No, she never kept him under lock and key or anything like that. But it was funny for a while because I didn't like the taste of them. I knew she treasured them, so she might miss them just a little bit. How is everyone doing tonight? We got 3 beautiful people in tonight. Please come and chat. Tell me where you're from. Are you making something tonight? What are you cooking? Are you cooking some love with someone? Say, hey, baby, I'm hanging with my honey bun. Because there's nothing like, you know, hanging around. I come in here for one reason, because you see, my ego won't let me move past a certain point if I don't come on YouTube. Also, because I could smoke weed on YouTube, and over on TikTokers, they're kind of a little prude. You know, I really would like to just have the 21 over crowd. You know, that means you're getting at least college people. You know, they're in 4 years going to enter the same market where you're at, or almost, whatever. Anyway, yeah. And TikTok needs to go with the, you know, that's what I really wish TikTok made the 21 over. I really do. It just make it easier. I could swear and say all kinds of stuff. Because here, you know, the only way I have chat right next to me is one reason. I have to state the fact that it is not child friendly. In order to have chat, you got to say you're a freaking adult and it's not child friendly. Most people I get, the youngest, are usually 18. I never even get someone faking. I usually get like 18. Yeah, it does close everything up, you know, without all that. But god dang, I can't pretend to be pretty and perfect. I am far from it. But like they say, you can go to perfection, but really, do you want to be that perfect? Yes, we could be that perfect, that godly. It's hard, you know? That's where you got to face your demons and integrate with them, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to integrate my my ego. My ego just loves to come on here and look good. Really. My ego likes that. I will not I really hate coming on here when I look like, because my ego kind of gets tweaked a bit, you know. Goes, hey, you got it good. That's just the way it goes. It's weird. But then I'll go on and get shit done and stuff. It's so I guess I found my trigger. My ego just wants to get to say hello. How are you? And I'm happy. That smells so good. Those are pretty good flavors. I think I love the Reese's thing because you got the chocolate, the peanut butter, you know, that nutty type of flavor. I like that. But different is always good because my son calls me, hey, weirdo mom. I go, hi, weirdo son. Yeah. Oh, this is called Oreo cake. And I got it at the source. Oh, that's been my to-go place. Oh. So let's smoke. I am smoking. Oops, Oreo cake. I changed the color of my nails. What happens is I love these they're dips, and they're really healthy for my nails. You see, I don't know what it is, but they last the longest out of any nail polish and stuff. In my job, I want to make sure, even though I put gloves on and I have other gloves on top of that, I want my nail polish to stay where it's at. These are great. They're for me. I have a easy time just taking them off when they start getting old, and I just take them right off and you know start back to natural. And my nail bed is not ruined and hurt. It's growing wonderful. So I'm putting some more on so I could get some nice long fingies. Be like Freddy Krueger. No, I just want to see how long I can get my nails, to be honest. As a hardworking person, get them nice. Because I just can't get the instant long nails. Then it takes me a long time to learn how to type again. I'm going to get pissed off more than happy. I do a lot of typing. So, thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Don't forget, thumbs up helps me. Thumbs up helps me. I'm from the Guildy. What was the thing they were saying in the Wizard of Oz? They were from the Gilded, the Gilders. I'm from the Gilders. Hi, Dorothy. How are you? Yeah, okay. You know, how many times have anyone gotten high and watched the Wizard of Oz? Come on, the old one. Not the new one, Wicked. Wizard of Oz. Yep. I watched it on here on YouTube, and it was really good. You know, they said they had this special 50th anniversary, and it was amazing. You got commentaries. This is on YouTube. I didn't buy any subscription or nothing. They had like 3 intermissions, like, commercials. After that, it was all intermission free. It was like, wow. And of course, when you're high, you see a lot more than what you think you see. Well, whatever. You make a whole different thing about it. Before I knew it, my daughter's sitting next to me and she's like, man, this is good. And we're all talking, and her boyfriend was talking, and I was, and we're watching The Wizard of Oz, and yeah, we're coming up to our own stories. But yeah, Get high, watch The Wizard of Oz. You'll know what I'm talking about and what they talk about the puppies. So, yeah. Oh, and I got this off of Amazon called Lazy Lipstick. Feels so much better. Lazy Lipstick. Oh, man. That must have been fucking cool. You imagine that? That's a part of history. People can say what they want. That is a part of Americana right there. Wizard of Oz. It's known worldwide. Unless you're in the Amazon jungle not getting any internet, you got to at least know about the Wizard of Oz. Hello. It's worldwide. It's an iconic movie with an iconic movie star with iconic people. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's fucking cool. You got a fucking cool family. It's YouTube. I'm back. What happened, Serious Wolf Light? Tell me your story. Tell us your Blythe right here. I am listening. Tell us your Blythe because I want to hear it. Yeah, YouTube spaked me real good recently. I had to have where you couldn't hear music in the background because of copyright. Another one, it was copyrighted, but this is how you know when something's over 100 years old because it was copyrighted a while ago, but not no more because it's anything over 100 years old, man, is up for grabs. And there's a lot of stuff, and look it up now, even in music, you know, do what you can get and you can play, Let me find something in YouTube. It says 100-year-old music. Let me try to find, because I got YouTube here. Okay. YouTube appropriate music. There we go. For music videos. All right, they don't get it, I don't think. Here. Oh, they talk about the best royalty-free music. Mm. So I don't have nothing. Hi. Oh no. Oh, you know what you could do now? Hold it, hold it. We all know and we hear about it, and about having the homes that you can buy on Amazon, and in the future with the rich guy with the space probe, Tesla. Tesla is making houses, and I heard a rumor it's in Vegas and somewhere else. It's out west, and they will ship anywhere in the US, $10,000. You could buy a whole working house. I mean, just isn't that what they consider stick built? But you can't move it, so I don't know. Oh my gosh. Well, the only thing I can say serious is maybe you should sell this land before you can't, or I'm trying to think, can't put a trailer. I'm trying to think outside the box here. And that's really weird. I've never heard of that. Mine's a stick belt, and it let's just put it this way. Uh it's funny, really. Hmm. Oh, that's a really, you know why they don't want you to do that? They don't want competition. You know, 13 acres. Imagine if you had 13 acres of trailers. That's the reason why. What if you can say, hey, have a limitation? Oh, I know what you could do. Have a tiny house built on there. All right. See what you can do if you can have a tiny house built on there. All right. This is my idea. I don't know how good of an idea it is, but you could get someone to build a tiny shack, make it look like a tiny house, and put your trailer in back, because a lot of people, when they buy houses, what do? They park their trailer next to their house, right? Because you're going to have to get power and stuff. Then that's what you're going to do. Yeah, cute sheds. There you go. But you want it to be able to pass inspection and in order, but you want to also show, this is my tiny house. I'm going to build it. This is what I can afford. I'm retired. I'm on a fixed income. And then say, then I'm going to park my my RV to plug in. So, that's going to be my living room. Most people who have RVs, and I've lived in one, and I don't care what RV you have, they have a four shit shower. So what I would do if I were you, I would fix a really nice shower in there, where it would have a good, like output. And then I would make sure that, you can have like an outdoor area for like barbecuing and stuff like that, and where you can plug in and, all that stuff. You have the nicer toilet, because a lot of times, if you can, I would say you would use the indoor toilet that's in your tiny house. I've lived in an RV, and it sucks dealing with the shit. It's easier to deal with wee wee. I would do the number twos in the small little house thing. See if you can get that passed. You know, yeah. Here, let me write my idea down. Yeah, the only suggestion I can do is say if my suggestion wouldn't work, the only thing I can suggest is selling and making a little bit of profit and then waiting to buy when things are cheaper. I don't know. I mean, I'm suggesting a tiny house, and it could be like two of these room size, you know. And there's a lot of people I've seen, they were stuck in your position. They were tired of living in an RV. This one lady says, I just want to take a shower that actually has what she called water pressure. So she said that it took her 2 years to build this. It was 800 square feet or whatever. She built it, got it done, and she said the first thing she did was take a shower and a bath at the same, not the same time, but she said it was amazing. Um, she was told that she could not live on her property with her RV. She was told she had stick built and she had to go and do stick built. She had bought in this, like, she thought that she was going to be living on her property, so she bought this expensive RV that she was now stuck with. So she said, you would think, this RV, she goes, it was quite a bit of money. I'm not going to talk about that. She said, but she had stated that at times that the water pressure wasn't that great. It's just that was the only thing that she could say that she really missed at home water pressure. She goes, it is pretty good at the water pressure, but it's only this the hoses, like the things this big. She goes, you have to like go around, it's not, like a big decent size, and she complained. So I say, yeah, okay. And she too had to have her house. It took her 2 years. The only thing I can suggest, maybe you could start on, you know, getting um, the proper papers and doing what they want. If a tiny house is cool, then you can get a tiny house. For her, it was 800 square feet, and it took her 2 years. She built it herself. Good Lord. I'm thinking, I hope she did a good job. Oh, and don't forget, you have to get permits in Pahrump. So, yeah. I was wondering why, after the fire at my place, why certain things took so long. They had, yeah. Oh, well, let's see. How many months is 120 days? Because I'm thinking, if you're retired, what I would do, let's see, 120 days. Okay. 2 months is 60. So that's 4 months. I don't know what you can have built in 4 months, but if you build a building next to it and you have it like behind where no one could see, like you put a like carport over it and cover it up and people can't see what's in it, You know, I'm just thinking. Are they saying an RV without a building? The RV itself? Mm. Because I had friends who did that, and it was recent. Like a couple years back, they want to redo something in their house, so they were living in their RV for over 6 months. That's more than 4. They mean the RV itself. You can't. No. Hmm. But you might have to understand they might have changed that because there's a lot of people, excuse me, taking that taking advantage of the thing. Oh, well, Serious Wolf, you might want to go and look into how big of a house do they consider it big? Like a house. Could it be as big as it should? Oh, I don't know why. I probably could look into it, but I'm not interested to do that, to be honest, because I'm living in a house now. If they give you a certain amount of time if you had something bad happen to your house, like you're sitting here and suddenly an airlines runs into your roof and you end up having structural damage and you have to leave immediately. And then you're going, gosh, I don't have a house and I gotta, live on somewhere else in some cases. Yeah. But in some cases, they have the RV and that's what they live in. Yeah. Yeah. And believe it or not, those are pretty good. Seriously, for 5 grand. Oh, and I want to show you something that they have over in the source. They have these. They're pre-rolls. They're miniature. I have one left. They have miniature pre-rolls here. I'm just holding this because I want you to see the pretty well. See, there's the pretty well. I want to read this. This is so cute. Meet Bailey, dog walkers, was inspired by their own pup Bailey. We believe that every dog deserves to be this lucky. This is why we donate to animals in need with the dog walker product purchase. Today we can make sure more dogs are loved and walked more often. And that's why I buy dog walkers. Oh yeah, I get to see my dog, that I gave up. I could not sadly afford Kelly, who is a huge dog that eats about $150 a month easily. And she's a beautiful boxer. She's full bred and she's beautiful. So it's to all the dogs that are not so lucky. If you buy this brand here in Nevada, they do put proceeds towards dogs. So there you go. So I will always remember that. So hallelujah. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I didn't get much views I didn't make nothing yesterday, and I'm kind of mad at TikTok. Usually I make something on a Friday night. Everyone just ignored me. I was mad. I unblocked my boyfriend. I think he moved on. It's okay. I wouldn't want him to come see my house the way it looks. The soap stuff I bought, it smells like plastic lemons. It really does to me. And they used to smell so good. I'm thinking, God dang, it smells like plastic lemons. And I smoke some more weed because I got a lot of work to do after I'm done. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I used to have a couple pit bulls. One was Lucky, and the other one was Silky. Lucky came pre-named, but Silky, we didn't know what name. Somebody left her in California. They just kill pit bulls. So you have a good pit bull. What you do is you take them and you give them a home. So we gave Silky a home. I loved that girl. She was so lovable. I had two pit bulls, blue pit bulls, which are really, they're expensive dogs. They're like over $1,000. She was beautiful. So yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. And they know they're being saved, especially if they're from California. I've never had a problem with the pet. They used to be called the babysitter. And then the German Shepherd took it over that name for, I don't know why. Changing people, different generation. They want a different look. I don't know. And then the pit bull was loved by other people that were not too nice. So, yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, lemon haze, keep you up. Oh, that sounds like ah, gets you energized. So, do you have family that you're moving down here near? Sirius Wolf Light? I meant to say that's so sweet. That's so swear. So yeah, I couldn't believe a lot of it's just, I want to tell people if you're moving out here thinking that, let's just be honest. I went, when I got my, oh, beginning of the year, I went and seen the doctor because I do that every year. I get my blood tested, tell them hey, I'm doing okay, and whatever it is, right? So I'm complaining to them. Well, there any discomfort in your life? And I said, well, I had to quit coffee. I'm drinking a different brand. I'm drinking Jave. Doesn't give me no heartburn. It has no sugar. It's got 10 grams of protein. I said, I'm already, before I even begin the day, I'm I'm having the 10 grams right there then, you know. She had asked me, I said, well, I was having severe heartburn from the coffee because it is just so bitter. It just happens to just, yeah, it doesn't work well. So I had to change it. She told me that she could just give me a little pill. By the way, the little pill probably would cause more side effects than helping me change my coffee and actually live a little healthier. So that's what I opted for. She said they have a pill that'll make your heartburn go away. It's okay. I'm good. I quit doing that. I didn't have no heartburn. I feel good. Only one thing I changed. Have coffee that is a whole lot less acidic, and I felt great. Yeah, Jave. I'm not paid by them. I tried it because I was desperate. I really just wanted, in the wintertime, it's nice to have warm coffee. Yeah, but you can live both worlds. You have a hot or cold. It is. And that's what I'm looking for. Hello, please subscribe, share. Woo! So I am smoking Oreo cake. Oreo. It almost looks like an Oreo, the way it's round, nice and dark and nummies. Oh, yeah. Well, DoorDash, they already have enough people working this area. That's what my son told me. I would not be able to DoorDash because there's already enough. So you might want to look into the area of Pahrump if they don't already have enough. Um, what else? I mean, Las Vegas has good DoorDash. I don't know what they would think about living in your RV on property. And they got lots of dispensaries over in Vegas. They truly do. Oh, yeah, I like that idea, Carrie. The three, you might even, well, you got to include a lot of these sheds include their electricity. You might even want to look if you have 10 grand, you can get a house that comes in a box from Amazon. Let me go see if I can find that. I think they're called box houses, and they do use the word house. Let's find it. Let's take care of this SEB. Cancel. No, I meant Amazon. Okay, box houses. Oh, yeah. They got a 20-foot prefab tiny house, container house, modular fabricated mobile house, expandable tiny for 6,000. I would go that route and look at it under box houses. Those show several different, like bird houses, but they have so you got this. Wow, man, I wish I would have known about this. I could have just scooted that RV out and got this sucker. It would be more fun. Woo wee. These are some of the things you could do with them. You can actually put them like make things, for 10 grand. You can make a real nice house. So for $6,000, usually ship within 4 to 5 weeks. All right. I wonder what they look like. Wow, the kitchen is really nice. I gotta show it a different. That's the kitchen. Oh God. Bathroom. Oh, bedroom. Cause it comes in box. Oh, bitch up. Fuck. 6 grand. You got something nice. They also have a payment plan system of, all right, you could do payment. Oh my God, this is fucking cool. That's next to the bed, for God's sakes. All right, let's see the video. Oh, I'm putting that. You can have a payment plan for 2 years, 48 months, $221.63 a month. So if you have your place already paid for, then that's only it comes with, you know, so yeah. Oh, greenhouse. I'm looking for that. Ooh, that's not bad. 329 greenhouse. Oh, I like that. Oh. So anyway, yeah. I don't know. He's somewhere. He's either outside or in his room vicinity, but That's where he's at. He's either in his room or outside. And it's dark out there. I don't know. Mm. I hardly talk to him. Really. He wants to move back to Michigan. I want to stay here. I'm good. I do not miss because I get up at 4 a.m. Occasionally, you'll have to scrape your car windows. Occasionally, maybe once a year here. When you have to get going to work and you're brushing off bunches of snow off your car, you got to start your car because if you don't, you won't be able to scrape off. Yeah. Ah, okay, well. Yeah, the neighbors complained to my son and say, yeah, I need some work. Well, yeah. They got rid of the eyesore next door to us. Most of the people have left except two. Gotten a lot quieter. I wonder if they're going to stay past November. That's my thing because I heard November they're going to be gone. We'll see. The shutdown. What about that? Wow. Woo-hoo. My feeling is the longer the shutdown is, the more all the freebie systems are going to be cut. Because somebody's got to play nicey. Because their freebie system might be cut and they'll be cut. So why are you coming over? You coming over to hang out with my ex? Hmm. Let me see. Houses considered stick but are box houses. Modular homes are welcome here. There's very few of them here, but they do exist. I think there's 4. Not sure. Don't quote me. I'm not sure. Okay, so modular homes. Mhm. I found on Reddit, modular home versus stick built home buyer. What are the pros and cons of purchasing a modular home versus a stick built home? Is there a difference in quantity? Does it impact the resale value in the future? Any other considerations? Oh, I see many people often refuse the term modular or manufactured mobile home. That's it seems to be the reflection in the comments. Also, stick bow, those haven't uh, been done in about 60 years outside custom jobs. Trusses. Uh, Make sure you get an off frame modular. If a bank seam a frame underneath, they consider it a double wide trailer. People keep confusing modular with manufacturers. This is thread, and I'm also to do. All right. Okay, here's something about Pepe Sylvie conspiracy states I recommend. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I am. So what's suggested is it's good to go and shop around. You can get and like I said, find out how big you have to have this space. How big is it to be considered a house on the property? You know, build a actual garage. Build a garage. Um, they might. I mean, you would have to put a foundation. What you can get, modulars are known to be more expensive than stick built. That's why there's so few with them. Yeah, they are considered very expensive. There's one I know of. I think it looks like a Adobe, but I'm not sure. Mm. They had a couple of modulars for sale. About the time that everything crashed down, a lot of people also it seemed like, wow, they're all stressed out and they just buy the farm. There was 2 modulars for sale, and I heard that there was only 4 here in Pahrump. Might be more now, but there was 4 at the time in 2015. And I was interested in one. If we would have been pre-approved for that house. So it was a modular that we looked at. That would have been great. But then my ex and me would have been fighting over it. So well, he might not know. He wanted to go back to Michigan. I want to stay here. So yeah. Well, yeah, I think the hardest thing I would say, I think it was asking and telling, not asking for a divorce, and just telling him I want a divorce. I was so done. When he left, I was done. I mean, he was literally gone for almost 3 months. Yeah. I was like, damn. No complaints. The house payment was made and all that, but oh, when will that be? Yeah, he's okay. He knows I have my ego. It kind of, this channel makes my ego feel good. Oh, cool. Oh, February is still nice. It's not too hot. It's starting to warm up a little bit. April, we get our flowers. So it starts getting a little bit warmer, about 80 in the day, about 40 at night. So by February, still going to 40, 50 at night. You get about 80 in a day. We're supposed to be warmer than the national average because it's going to be a moofo cold winter for everyone else. For a lot of people, the other side of the Rockies, Michigan, all those places that are cold, they're going to be so cold that it'll be July by the time they thaw out. That's how bad it's going to be. So if you're out on the east side of the Rockies, if you're in Michigan and all those cold places and you're on the other side of the Rockies, make sure you buy a lot of heated blankets so you can plug it in. Have a second electricity source, like a really good, you know, I would say something that could at least make sure you got heat. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm really worried about the people on the other side of the Rockies. It's supposed to be very, very nasty. So Jesus, please protect the people on the other side of the Rockies. It's supposed to be really bad. Yeah. So if you have If you ever, yeah. Well, that's what an electric blanket is made for. Yeah, I was dating a guy and he expected me to go 24 hours without sleeping. I'm like, bro, what kind of shit you taking to keep your ass so hole up, you know? You know when you're driving with someone and you're in their car and they're right next to you and you forget for that moment, you know, because it's like your car and you're like thinking, man, I can just gun it and go here and there. And then you go and you do your maneuvers and everything and they're safe, but they're like, oh, yeah. You go, oh, I gotta slow it down a bit, man. My friend would kill me. No, she wouldn't kill me. She'd just give you that stare. I'm watching you. So I watched it. Yeah. It was only, you know, I enjoyed my time uh over at iHeart. We were over at Boots in the Park. And it was iHeart. It was the fifth anniversary, fifth year that they had sponsored this. They had brought all kinds of stuff. And I thought it was amazing. It really was. And I was very proud to be a part of Aztec Secret Health and Beauty, the world's most powerful facial. So yeah, yep, I'm happy about that. And all that well, I enjoy my job. I do. I got two parts of job, and I kick butt in both. I take them serious. Yep, get them clay jars. Yes, I put clay in jars. No, I'm not a wimp. And yeah, I can outdo the guys. I love that. There's one guy, David, amazing. He's the only one. He's faster than, lightning. Oh, I see a lonely. Oh, should we smoke one of our dog walkers? Hold it. Do I hear something? Yes. What do you? Oh, goodness. That's why I hold it in. Smoke me. Oh, it said smoke me. Okay. Wow. Can't argue with that. Hi, I am smoking a Doc Walker's. I am not paid in any way. I am a taste tester of sorts. And this is my third one. You get 3 minis. I don't know what price they are today, but I got 3 minis. They are not just with, they're infused with indica. Indica. But I'm drinking coffee. They are real good nighttime cigarettes. But yeah, I would like to, but I got to get some stuff done even after I'm done talking here. I got to figure out um, what to go through, what's going to stay, because I got to get some stuff done here. So, uh, Or you walk around with the heating blanket. Here, let me plug this in. I'll keep you warm. I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, I got to get going. If I don't get some stuff done, I am going to be getting some dirty looks from my son, and my bedroom is horrendous. I seen something I'm going to take out of here. There's several things that I moved in here that I can actually move into my bedroom. There's just some things I'm going to have to put off to the side, but I can't even block the door here because they're still taking out tons of crap. I'm just putting it out there. His mouth, or you gotta what is it? Yeah, she said either you got a big mouth or you got magical breath that can warm everything up. She was something. Um, hmm. My grandma would tell me though, this is when I was 18 and I was in love. There is a difference between love and lust. I didn't know the difference. I thought it was love. No, it was lust. When you find out your husband's been playing patty cake for a minute and you get these calls, and at first you take his side. Oh, it's somebody who was pissed at him. Somebody fired him who was a lady, and he thought that that was who, you know, was lying. No, because the person called back, told me, no, we used to meet here or there, and you're like, wow. So yeah, after a while, you get tired of playing second fiddle. One Christmas, he gave me his lover's package instead of me, and she got mine. Lovely. She always used to joke that way, though. She really did not like my ex, and she told me. She told me it's not that she didn't like him. She didn't like the fact that his life was touching mine, because she said his life lesson is way harder than mine. Mine I will get eventually. He will be stuck where he's at for a bit and will weigh me down. And it started to feel that way. When you feel like you're not doing your purpose, you're not learning nothing, you're just stagnant. You know, you're getting up in the morning, you if you have to work, you go to work, you know, you do nothing extra, you're just like a big piece of poop, you know? You wake up one day and you're like, I really can't, God, am I fat? That's what I thought. Then I went and changed what I was eating, and I slowly started to feel a little bit better. And then recently I had my own personal problems going on, and I had to justify them, and one of them is I would like to have a Christmas party. I would never in this lifetime bring anyone over right now. Oh hell no. It would look horrible. I couldn't do that to myself. So the best thing to do is actually get it cleaned up, have a get together. I know it just needs to feel like a home, not like a hoarder's page from the past are paid hoarders, you know. It just looks that way. Even I'm all piled up here, you know. My ex went and had fun in this room. It used to, you know what makes me sad? This used to be a really cool fucking room. Behind me used to be a fish tank filled with um one of my son's animals of the, you know, and right now he has a iguana. He saved an iguana. They had somebody who rescued an iguana that was dying. You give them enough of the right sunlight and everything, their skin just gets crappy. It's like crepe skin or something. Well, anyway, um, that iguana is very healthy now. Oh yeah, and every so often I do get to babysit. Dang iguana comes up and he'll he'll kiss you. It's his tongue, and you're like, ah, grandma don't like kisses. Yeah, my grandma was funny. She had dry humor. She always says humor your guy because God, if you fuck up on that on your checking account and you're minus so much, you're gonna need a lot of humor. Trust me on that one. I used to love to screw with him. You see, I used to save about $400 to $600 I put aside on my own because it couldn't max out certain stuff, and my ex would give me a couple hundred, or he'd give me another 500 on top of that. So I'd have about a grand to go shopping with back in the 90s. It was fun. It was like early 2000s actually. He didn't get job over at 2000, so I get up Sunday. I was all ready. You get like Thanksgiving. It was like a Thursday. You got Black Friday, Thanksgiving. I wasn't drinking, getting drunk. I'm figuring out where to go shopping. Um, I'm taking that with me. I need to make those special sandwiches. Mm-hmm. You use got gravy, but that's added. I like to do that when you can use a microwave at a gas station, and I would get use gravy, and it's so delicious when you heat it together. And you use it's like the same thing that they had on Friends. I'm like, oh, he makes the same sandwich I made, and it has the turkey and the stuffing with the gravy. Oh my God, it is like thousands of calories, and it's so good. You need that when you need to run and keep up. So yeah, my son went once. Once he said, "No, you're too competitive." But he's good for holding stuff down. You know, hey, you wait here. I gotta go to get stuff. He didn't like that. Yeah, I needed someone to hold the line down. He couldn't go get it. Some of those women were behemoths. Aw, thank you. I usually wait 4 weeks, you know, before any, you know, just to see how it is. In so anyway, yeah, 4 weeks. Oh, did you hear about my dating? Yeah, my fishing dating debacle. Now you're not going to be wearing. I'm going to ask you this. You're not wearing a, you know, a specialty bracelet on your ankle or arm or anything that you have to report to police. Because one guy, he looked exactly like on The Incredibles, you know, the one with the red hair, but his cousin must be the blonde haired one, the one that lied to me and told me that he had a car. Okay, this is like Mondays. a car, he had a job and money. All right, you want to hear about this? So I'm going to tell you. Then we're going to go. Then after he told me he had all that, by Thursday, he didn't answer me, and I thought, oh, cool, I got rid of it. By Friday, he's telling me, come over, he'll have a great evening. Now, he didn't tell me what we were going to do. Because if you remember Monday's conversation, like I do, I was going to be treated like a queen too. I think I might have to buy the cheap dinner with the chicken and the yeah. I might have to get church's chicken or whatever. Yeah. So I'm sitting there going, yeah. You know when people drink a lot and they sweat? Do you know what that sweat smells like? On the average, it stinks. When it comes out of you, if you drink a whole lot, it just starts coming out on you. So his place smelled like ass. But he said these magic words, I sell weed and I want to be a drug dealer. Wrong word. But he said, want to try my weed? Instead of me saying, whoa, 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 he's not who you like. You're not even attracted to him. Don't do the weed. But because for some reason I didn't allow myself to go on YouTube or whatever, I wasn't thinking right at that moment, my ego stepped in and said, yeah, sure, I'll have some weed. So after smoking weed and talking, and then the icing on a cake was put on. He opens his leg up, and there he showed me his ankle bracelet. Look what the police gave me. Woo-wee! Yeah, I'm like, shit, I should have waited 4 weeks. The 4 weeks always works. 4 weeks for anything. In some cases, it should have been waited for me to spend time to drive all the way down there, an hour and a half. So I'm going to have to tell this guy, I'm not attracted to you, and left. I left my favorite sunglasses, but I ended up rebuying them. It was an expensive lesson. Yep. I'm sitting in my Jeep going, well, how am I going to get home? Oh, Jesus, my prayer to Jesus. Jesus, I really need help getting home. Yeah, I smoked some Zaza. He was an asshole. Really. And he stunk. Come on. You could smell him right where you're at. Yeah, I mean, shoot. All the angels were going, oh, man. Whew, we call him Stinky. Yeah. I said, please help me get home. Next time, I'm not going to let my ego step on over me and put me in a bad situation, because that's what my ego does. When you let your ego go in the background and not feel a little bit in it, to get integrated with your ego, that's what I've been doing. And today, my ego really wanted to go on YouTube and kind of just voice its opinion, you know, maybe help a friend out. Yeah. So I did get home. When I turned on my GPS system after praying to Jesus, and I backed up, and when I put it in drive, usually the GPS will go calculating. It didn't do that this time. We have a warning. There's been an accident nearby. It will take about an hour and a half extra for you to get home. Yay! Jesus! So I got home. I thanked Mother God and said, I am so lucky to have a good luck. So I get home. By the time I put my blinker to turn left for the freeway, it had been over an hour. Oh, I love the pink drink. Wow, it tastes just like it. tried the pink drink over at Starbucks. It doesn't have no caffeine. When I work midnights and you're meeting friends at Starbucks and you want to have what they're having, you don't want to have all the, you can still have whipped cream, and that's what, 20 calories. So it's instead of 150, you're spending 170. That's about what a Coca-Cola is 170 calories. So yeah, makes you feel like you're everyone else. Well, what time is it here? 7:13. Oh crap. So yeah. Yeah, we have to. So I don't know what you're going to do. I like Carrie's suggestion, was very well done. But you got to find out, what do they consider a house? Now, I know, let me tell you this, it was already there, so it's grandfathered in. The other modular home that I know of, there's actually 5, and one is on 2nd Street as a RV place that is owned by a woman next to a moose lodge. It's a modular, very small, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, very small. I believe it's about 800 feet. So yeah, that's why I let my ego out. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to give, I thought TikTok was going to give me a feeling of love, but I'm going to take a break from that. I do want to show you what happens when I go shopping high. You see, I watch movies sometimes because they don't push, products. Even though it's Ghostbusters and they do think of products. But me, I hear about a whistle that you can blow into and it'll scream. I know that wasn't made until the mid 2000s, which is 2023, 24, or even sooner, because I heard it was made way before the everything being shut down. So it'd have to be 2019. But still, Amazon was there. And I thought, where would someone buy an Incan looking whistle? And it looks exactly like on the movie. And when you blow into it, it sounds like somebody's screaming. And it sounds like somebody's screaming. It really does. Now, I've never used it in my backyard. The way things are going next door is just, yeah, people will think, oh my God, we got to call the cops again. Ah. So there. So I'm going to go. My ego's had enough. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining. Share. I need subscribers. I'm trying to get 500. Thank you.